am really fucking sad today, and the reason why I'm sad is because I am not the girl that's loved, I am the girl that's lusted over. It makes me really sad knowing that the only activity men ever want to do with me is sex. Every time I talk to a man or I start liking a man, then I won't say every time because every time's an exaggeration, but fuck it, I'm emotional, so let's exaggerate. Like, whenever I talk to men, the conversation just gets so sexual so fast. It doesn't matter what the conversation's about. It can be a funny conversation, there's a funny joke about sex. There could be a serious conversation, then it's a serious conversation about sex. It could be a sad conversation and somehow sex gets implemented into the conversation. I told a man that my dad was in the hospital and he sent me unsolicited dicks. I cried about losing my job, and a guy asked me if I wanted a hug, and I said a hug would be nice. Then he said there's a risk with me coming over there, and I was like, what the fuck is the risk? And he was like, me getting you pregnant. I was literally crying in that conversation because I was so stressed out about my job. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be thinking about this shit so hard had I not been surrounded by love. Every time I'm on Twitter, I see people be covered in romantic things and sweet things, and I'm not mad at them. I'm so happy to see people be in love. Every time I'm on TikTok, I see cute couples doing cute couple shit on my For You page, and I'm happy for them, but also that just kind of reminds me of my own predicament. My own fucking friends are literally in love right now, and every time they ask me about a guy that I'm talking to, I'll be like, oh, well, unfortunately I had to close it off because the conversations kept getting sexual, and I realized that he only wanted me for sex, and that makes me really fucking sad. To be honest with you, sex ruins fucking everything. Every single time sex gets introduced in any type of connection, that's all what relationships become about, and it makes me so fucking upset. And every single time I put boundaries on sex and I'm just like, yo, I'm not trying to have sex right now, then I get treated like absolute dog shit. And it's so fucking crazy because it's just I'm important too. Hopefully one day I'll stop caring and this will not hurt my feelings as much because it is what it is. It really fucking hurts my feelings knowing that instead of being loved or liked or crushed on, I'm just lusted. It really hurts my feelings knowing that people don't do nice things for me because they want to do nice things for me or put a smile on my face. They want to do nice things for me because they want to sleep with me. It hurts my feelings because it feels like I will never get to experience the cute, tender, soft love that I want so badly. It's super unrealistic for me to expect that someone's gonna come over to give me a hug in the middle of the night because the only reason that they would ever come to my place at any time, especially at the middle of the night, is to sleep with me. It hurts my feelings to know that any person I date or any person that I talk to is literally going to put a deadline on me to sleep with them, and then they're gonna stop talking to me. It really fucking hurts my feelings that that's the case. It hurts to feel like I am not enough outside of my sexuality, and I know that me as Simone as a full person is enough, but I'm not talking about just being enough in general. I'm talking about being enough to men, because I feel like I don't in the eyes of men I have no value outside of my sexuality. It makes no fucking sense. It really hurts my feelings that kindness and romance is transactional in exchange for intimacy. I just feel like that's so unfair. It just really fucking sucks that I can't imagine myself ever doing anything with a guy or hanging out with a guy or doing anything casual with a guy without the looming threat of how long is he going to be kind to me until he brings up sex, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, I am not ready for that, or I don't know, and then all of a sudden I'm never gonna be spoken to again, or I'm gonna be treated like straight fucking garbage. I don't understand why it has to be that way.
You see that girl going viral about the pain it is around being lusted over? I'm gonna just say this. Being lusted over and never properly loved will literally fry your brain cells. What's literally giving people brain damage is getting that feeling of being lusted over and never loved, because it really translates to good enough to sleep with, but not good enough to be with.
A lot of people who are lusted over, they never experience being truly loved, right? And that's the thing about said attractive people. Some attractive people, like, they never actually experience being truly loved. Like, these are people that, you know, they've either not been in a lot of real relationships, or they've been in a lot of real relationships that didn't amount to real love. Like, they didn't amount to a person that really truly cared about them, really cared about who they were internally, really cared about who they were as a person, as a human being. You know, these are people that they were in a relationship that the person really just used them for smecks, you know, being objectified to a fault, you know, like being objectified and not taken seriously as a serious partner, for a serious commitment, long-term, long life.
Hear me when I say this. Listen, don't get your L's mixed up. You feel me? That's not love you dealing with. That's lust. Love would not put you in that type of pain. Lust would. They don't love you. They lust you. They only told you they love you so they could get access to your heart and the blessings attached to you. They never told Satan get behind. They're the ones that asked Satan what a sign. Glory be to God, man. Christ fasted for 40 days and 40 nights and still was able to rebuke Satan. Satan came to them on a full stomach when they made that decision that crushed your spirit. You feel me? They don't love you because love conquers overall, and love cannot be beaten. So if they loved you, they would never have lost that war to temptation. Is you following what I'm saying? If the relationship was based off of love, there's not an iceberg in this world that would be able to Titanic the ship y'all selling on.
I just saw one of them videos where a woman's crying on camera. Always cringe. But the caption said, "I'm sick of being lusted over, but never loved," right? And I think I need to explain how we go from lust to love, right? Lust is initial attraction, right? That's when a guy sees you and he's like, yo, she's bad. I want her. I'm physically attracted to her, because that's all I know about you is what you physically look like, right? I don't know if anything else about your personality, right? So this is where that question that women hate comes up, right? Is what do you bring to the table? Because if you don't bring anything to the table, you can't transition lust to love, right? A man will just stay stuck in lust with you, right? Because you have to be a good person, right? You have to bring something other than your looks. And this is where a lot of attractive women fall short, because a lot of you are so hyper-focused on your looks, right? Hair done, nails done, body's always on point, like you're a baddie, but you have no substance, right? And when you don't have no substance, you will stay stuck in lust. And that's where a lot of you keep getting stuck, because you have nothing else to add to a man's life other than your looks. And looks always fade, no matter how bad. No matter how bad you are, a man will get sick of them, right? So if you can't transition that, like if you don't got nothing to offer, you'll just be in lust forever and get treated like a second option. And that does not feel good.